Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2018 edition of the Real Cricket Auction. I'm sure all of you would be excited and tense for what's coming up. Before we start, a few guidelines. You will have a number of right-to-match cards depending on your retention strategies. You could choose to retain a player by using the RTM card and matching the bid for him. If you'd like to check the pool of players or the squad, you can do so by clicking the Auction Hub button on the bottom left of your screen. So without further ado, let us move to the auctioneering, and I wish you the very best. And this is the first player to kick off this year's auction. Income tally, 250 lakh, 300, 350, 400, 450 lakh, 500 lakh. Any more bidders? Any more bids? 550, 600, 650 lakh, 700, 750 lakh, 800, 850 lakh, 900, 950, 1,000 lakh, 1,050, 1,100 lakh. Any more bidders? Any more bidders? Any more bids? 1,150, 1,200 lakh, 1,250 lakh, 1,300, 1,350, 1,400 lakh, 1,450. Do we have any more bidders? 1,500 lakh, 1,550, 1,600 lakh, 1,650. Do we have any? Are there any more? Are there any more bids? Any more bids? Last chance now. Sold. And the player Kolkata. Would the franchise like to retain the player using their RTM card? And yes, they've decided to use their RTM card. Next up is the strike. And I'm asking for 200 lakh. Say Hyderabad. 250. 300 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? Are there any more bids? 350, 400. Any more bidders? Any more bidders? Any more? 450, 500 lakh, 550, 600. Are there any more bids? Are there any more bids? Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 650 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? Any more bidders? 700, 750 lakh. Are there any more bids? 800, 850, 900 lakh, 950. Are there any more bids? Do we have any more bidders? 1,000, 1,050, 1,100 lakh, 1,150, 1,200, 1,250. Any more bidders? 1,300 lakh, 1,350, 1,400, 1,450, 1,500 lakh, 1,550, 1,600 lakh, 1,650, 1,700. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? Last chance now. The player sold Delhi. Alright then, I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. No, they refuse, and the player will be sold Delhi. Moving on, the next player, and I am asking for 200. Income Hyderabad, 220, 240, 260. 280, 300, 320. Are there any more bids? Do we have any more bidders? 340, Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 360. 380. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 400. 420. 440. 460. 480. Do we have any more bidders? 500 lakh. Any more bidders? Any more bids? Are you all quite sure now? Player is Bangalore. Alright then, I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. Their card is up and the player will Punjab. The next player is the Indian. And I'm asking for 200 lakh. Say Chennai. Are there any more bids? Any 250 lakh. 300. 350. 400 lakh. 450. 500 lakh. 550. Do we have any more bidders? 600 lakh. 650 lakh. 700. 750 lakh. 800. Any more bidders? Any more bids? 850 lakh. 900 lakh. 950. Do we have any more bidders? 1,000. 1,050. 1,100. 1,150. 1,200 lakh. 1,250. 1,300. 1,350. 1,400. 1,450. 1,500. 1,550. 1,600 lakh. 1,650. 1,700 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids, and I'm selling the player. Player is Bangalore. Alright then, I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. Their card is up and the player will Mumbai. Next player from the pool is the South African batsman. I need an opening bid of 200. Say Punjab. 250. 300. 350 lakh. 400. 450 lakh. Do we have any more bids? Are there any more bids? Any more? 500 lakh. 550. 600 lakh. 650. Are there any more bids? 700. 750 lakh. 800. 850. 900. 950. 1,000 lakh. 1,050. Are there any more bids? Do we have any more bidders? 1,100. Any more bidders? Any? 1,150. 1,200. Do we have any more bidders? 1,250. 1,300 lakh. 1,350. Any more bidders? Any more bids? 1,400 lakh. 1,450. 1,500. Do we have any more bidders? 1,550. 1,600 lakh. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? Last chance now. The player is Kolkata. Would the franchise like to retain the player using their RTN card? Right, they've used their RTN and the Bangalore. The next player from the bag is the all-rounder. I need an opening bid of 200. Say Rajasthan. Do we have any more bidders? 220. 240. 260. 280. 300. 320. 340. 360. 380, 400 lakh, 420, 440, 460, 480, 500, 550. Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids, and I'm selling the player, and he's sold. Bangalore. Would the franchise like to retain the player using their RTM card? No. In that case, the player Bangalore. Next up is the Australian. I need an opening bid of 200. Bid from Chennai. 250 lakh. 300 lakh. 350. 400. 450. 500. 550. Any more bidders? Do we have any more bidders? 600 lakh. 650 lakh. 700. 750 lakh. 800. 850 lakh. Are there any more bids? Any more bidders? 900 lakh. Are there any more bids? Any more? 950. 1,000. 1,050. Any more bidders? Any more bids? 1,100. 1,150. 1,200. 1,250. Are there any more bids? Any more? 1,300 lakh. 1,350 lakh. 1,400 lakh. 1,450. 1,500 lakh. 1,550. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 1,600 lakh. 1,650. Any more bidders? Are there any more bids? Any more bids? Last chance. Player is Kolkata. All right then, I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. And yes, they've decided to use their RTM card. The next player. I need an opening bid of 200. Welcome, Chennai. Any more bidders? 250 lakh. 300 lakh. 350 lakh. 400. Do we have any more bidders? Do we have any more bidders? 450 lakh. 500 lakh. 550. 600. Any more bidders? 650. 700. 750 lakh. Any more bidders? 800. 850. 900. 950. 1,000 lakh. 1,050. 1,100. 1,150. 1,200. 1,250 lakh. 1,300. 1,350 lakh. 1,400. 1,450. 1,500. 1,550. 1,600 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids, and I'm selling the player. Sold. And the player Kolkata. All right then, I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. Their card is up, and the player Hyderabad. Next player coming up is the and I'm asking for 200. Bid from Kolkata. 250 lakh. 300. 350 lakh. Any more bidders? Any more bidders? Any more bids? 400 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? 450. 500. 550. 600. Any more bidders? Any more bidders? Are there any more bids? Any? 650. 700. 750 lakh. 800. Are there any more bids? 850. 900 lakh. 950. 1,000 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? 1,000. Any more bidders? 1,100. 1,150. 1,200 lakh. 1,250 lakh. 1,300 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? 1,350 lakh. 1,400. 1,450. Do we have any more bidders? 1,500 lakh. 1,550. 1,600 lakh. 1,650. Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids, and I'm selling the player. Player is Bangalore, and I asked the team, would you like the right to match that bid? Their card is up, and the player Chennai. The next player is the Indian. I need an opening bid of 200. Say Chennai. 250. 300. 350. Any more? Are there any more bids? Any more? 400 lakh. 450 lakh. 500. 550. 600 lakh. 650. 700. 750 lakh. 800. 850. 900. 950. 1,000 lakh. 1,050. 1,100 lakh. 1,150. 1,200 lakh. 1,250. 1,300 lakh. 1,350 lakh. 1,400 lakh. 1,450. 1,500 lakh. 1,550. 1,600. Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids, and I'm selling the player. Player is Punjab. All right then, I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. And yes, they've decided to use their RTM card. The next all-rounder is the West. I need an opening bid of 200 lakh. Welcome, Rajasthan. Are there any more bids? 220. Any more bidders? Any more bids? 240. Do we have any more bidders? 260. 280. 300 lakh. 320. 340. Are there any more bids? Do we have any more bids? Are there any more bids? 360. Do we have any more bidders? Are there any more bidders? 380. 400 lakh. 420. Do we have any more bidders? 440. 460. 480. Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids, and I'm selling the player. Player is Rajasthan. All right then, I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. And yes, they've decided to use their RTM card. The next all-rounder is the West Indian all-rounder. I need an opening bid of 200. Bid from Punjab. Any more bidders? Do we have any more bidders? 220. 240. 260. 280. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 300 lakh. 320. 340. Any more bidders? Are there any more bids? 360. 380. 400. Do we have any more bidders? 420. 440. 460. Do we have any more bidders? 480. 500. Do we have any more? Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids, and I'm selling. He's sold. Rajasthan. Alright then, I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. Their card is up and the player Mumbai. The next player is the Indian, and I am asking for 200. Say Kolkata. 250. Do we have any more bidders? 300. 350. 400. 450. 500. 550. 600. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 650. 700. 750 lakh. 800. 850. 900. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 950. 1000. 1050. 1100 lakh. 1150. 1200. Are there any more bids? Any? 1250. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 1300. 1350 lakh. 1400. 1450. 1500 lakh. 1550. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? Last chance now. The player, and he's sold Kolkata. Would the franchise like to retain the player using their RTM card? Their card is up and the player Mumbai. The next player is the exciting spinner from Afghanistan. And I am asking for 200 lakh, bid from Punjab. 220, say Bangalore. 240. 260. 280. 300 lakh. 320. 340. 360. 380. 400 lakh. 420. 440. 460. 480. 500 lakh. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? Last chance now. The player sold and the player Delhi. And I asked the team, would you like the right to match that bid? No. In that case, the Delhi. The next player is the English. I need an opening bid of 200. Income Punjab. 220. 240. 260. 280. 300 lakh. Any more bidders? Any more bidders? 320. 340. 360. 380. 400 lakh. 420. 440. Are there any more bids? 460. Any more bidders? 480. Do we have any more bidders? 500 lakh. 550. 600. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? Last chance now. Player is Mumbai. Would the franchise like to retain the player using their RTM card? No. In that case, the player Mumbai. The next all-rounder is the West. I need an opening bid of 200 lakh. Say Hyderabad. 220. Are there any more bids? 240. 260. 280. 300 lakh. Are there? Do we have any more bidders? 320. 340. 360. 380. Do we have any more bidders? 400 lakh. 420. 440. 460. 480. Any more bidders? 500. Do we have any more bidders? Any more bidders? Any more bids? Player is Mumbai. Would the franchise like to retain the player using their RTM card? No. Okay then, the player will be sold. Mumbai. The next player is the Indian. I need an opening bid of 200 lakh. Bid from Punjab. 220. 240. Any more bidders? 260. 280. 300. 320. 340. 360. 380. 400. Are there any more? Are there any more bidders? 420. Any more bidders? 440. 460. 480. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? Last chance now. The player is Bangalore. Would the franchise like to retain the player using their RTM card? And yes, they've decided to use their RTM card. The next all-rounder is the West. I need an opening bid of 200. Income Punjab. Do we have any more bidders? Any more bidders? 220. Do we have any more bidders? 240. 260. 280. 300 lakh. Are there any more? Are there any more? Any more bidders? Any more bids? 320. 340. Any more bidders? Any more bids? 360. 380. 400. 420. 440. 460. 480. Any more bidders? Any more bids? Are you all? 500 lakh. Do we have any? Are there any more bids? Do we have any more bids? Are there any more bids? Any more bidders? And he's sold Mumbai. And I asked the team, would you like the right to match that bid? No. In that case, Mumbai. Next up is the Indian. I need an opening bid of 100. Say Chennai. 110. 120. 130. 140. Any more bidders? Do we have any more bidders? 150. 160. 170. 180. 190. 200. Are there any more bidders? 220. 240. 260. 280. 300 lakh. 320. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 340. 360. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 380. 400. 420. 440. 460. 480. 500. 550. Do we have any more bidders? Any more bidders? Any more bids? Are you all sold? And the player, Rajasthan. Would the franchise like to retain the player using their RTM card? No, they refuse, and the player will be sold. Rajasthan. The next player is the Indian. I need an opening bid of 200 lakh. Say Punjab. 250. Are there any more bids? And 300 lakh. 350 lakh. 400. 450 lakh. 500 lakh. 550, 600, 650. Do we have any more bidders? I see 700, 750 lakh, 800, 850, 900, 950, 1,000, 1,050, 1,100 lakh, 1,150, 1,200, 1,250 lakh, 1,300, 1,350, 1,400. Any more bidders? Any more bidders? 1,450, 1,500, 1,550, 1,600 lakh, 1,650 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids, and I'm selling the player. 1,700. Are there any more bids? And do we have any more bidders? 1,750 lakh. Do we have? Are there any more bids? Any more bids? Last chance now. Sold. And the player Kolkata. All right then. I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. No. Okay then. The player will be sold. Kolkata. The next player is the Indian. I need an opening bid of 200 lakh. Say Bangalore. Do we have any more bidders? 220, 240, 260, 280. Are there any more bids? Any more bids? 300. Any more bidders? Any more bids? 320. Any more bidders? 340. Are there any more bids? Any more? 360. Do we have any more bidders? 380. 400 lakh. Any more bidders? Any more bid? 420. 440. Do we have any more bidders? 460. Any more bidders? 480. Any more bidders? Do we? Are there any more bids? Any more? 500. Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids. 550. 600. Any more bidders? 650 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? Do we have any more bids? Are there any more bids? 700. Any more bidders? Any more bids? 750 lakh. Do we have any more bidders? I see no bids, and I'm selling the player. Player is Mumbai. All right then, I would like to ask the franchise if they'd like to exercise their right to match card. No. Okay then, the player will be Mumbai. Moving to the next player, it's the. I need an opening bid of 200. Income Chennai.